Students are not replying. Coordinator is replying. Yes. Okay. Shall we start, Suraj? I think others will join. Correct? Right. Yesterday we had started discussing target costing technique, right? And we have seen that basically what do you mean by target costing technique, right? So target costing can be viewed as a proactive cost management used to reduce the total cost of through production, engineering, research, and design. Okay? So, if you put it into simple words, target costing is a process of ascertaining and attaining full stream cost at which the intended product with the specific requirements must be produced so as to realize the desired profits at an anticipated selling price over a specific period, and it involves the discriminate of maximum cost to be incurred on a new product, followed by development of sample that can be profitably created for that target cost figure. Right? Then yesterday what we have discussed about is basically in this technique costs are planned and managed out of the product or process early in the introduction phase, like development or designing, instead of performing it in the later phase of product development. Right? And last point we had discussed about this is and succeeding generations of product. So whenever we are going to introduce new product in the market, right, target costing will be applied, and whenever we are going to succeed the generations, like whenever we come out with the newer versions of that particular product, again target costing will be applied. It begins with understanding the market thoroughly and an intention to satisfy customer needs concerning the product quality, features, timeliness, and price. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about we are just introduced about target costing. Correct. Now we'll be studying target costing technique into detail. Okay. Right. Now, how about attaining the target? Okay. Whatever target costing we have done, right? So first of all, we'll start with market research, right? So we have three points with us. First of all is market research, second is competitive strategy, and third one is comp. Now, can anyone tell me about what do you mean by market research? Generally, what you do under market research? Yes, Neelam, Prahlad, Suraj. What is basically market research?
We try to get information related to market product, competitor,
Correct? And
and seller or buyer.
correct? Right. So whatever is your product or service, right? Related whatever is happening in the market, right? And as you Suraj buyer, then say that means in case we'll say like buyer means let's say a final consumer, but then we are talking about say distribution network, that is wholesaler, distributors, retailers, correct? Then we are looking for whatever the product features are there about the competitors, right? So whatever is, then what are the economic conditions, right, of particular markets? Like suppose take example, if you want to enter into European market, then with the same strategies not implement whatever applying in India, correct? Because the market itself will be a totally different, correct? If you want to, correct. So uh, we will do market research related with our product and the product segment, then consumer segment, right? Which type of consumer we want to attend, right? Or we want to attract towards our product and services, right? So we will do all that market research. Now why is this important from the costing point of view? Information at the market research level, right? We will always try to come to know that what kind of product customers are looking, what kind of services customers are looking, and how much price they will be ready to pay for that, correct? So accordingly we can have our profit plan, right? So market research, right, the first thing is which will help us in establishing the target, right? What target we want to attract, right? What target we want to achieve, what type of customer we want to target, what kind of market we want to target, right? What are the product segments we want to target? So all those things, and then related with the what we are talking about is basically the profit plan, correct? So market research will give us all these details, which will help us then in going for a competitive strategy, right? So when we are talking about a competitive strategy, right, so competitive strategy is basically what we are talking about is a company's strategy along with the competitors, right? To have a competitive edge in the market, what kind of strategy company will follow, so that will become a competitive strategy. If a company is going to introduce a product which is totally new in the market, in that case you are the introductor of that particular product, so you don't face any competition as such. But whenever, but that particular period will be a small period, because we always know that whenever some new type of product comes of by any company, the competitors of that company will always also come out with some kind of the uh, competitive product from that, like that we see generally in case of say mobile phones, when one company launches and all, right, with the new kind of thing, the other competitors will also come out with that type of product within few days or say in months. So what even if you are introducing new product by doing a market research, right, that will be for only for few days, so you have to go for the competitive strategy, right, to have a competitive edge in the market, right? And we have seen what kind of competitive leadership we want. Basically we are looking for the uh, cost leadership, right? All those leadership qualities we have seen what kind of competitive strategy we need, right? So cost leadership, product leadership, service leadership, right? And all those points, other points, right? So company has to develop this competitive strategy. Now for to develop that competitive strategy, we need to have some base, correct? And that base we will get from market research. So always remember, market research is a very serious affair, right? And it's very uh, valid contributor towards company's success, right? The generally, because if company understand the market well, if company understand consumer, then the company can develop a product, right, at so then they will get a success into the competitive world. So market research will give us to many inputs, right, valid inputs to develop a competitive strategy related with our distribution network, related with our pricing strategies, related with our advertising strategies, related with our say consumer service strategies, right, and so many other things, right, what strategies we can have with the suppliers and so on, correct? So competitive strategies are very important, correct? Now when we talk about competitive strategy, the competitive intelligence is also important, correct? So from the strategies, what we are having is basically about competitive intelligence, right? So the company will develop because the people will become expert in this framing the strategies, policies and so on, right? So company will have competitive intelligence. That's why you people, always like to work with multinational companies. And when you say that, and whenever somebody says that, okay, you're working with such a company, then people also understand that they just rate you. You're an intelligent guy. You're a smart guy, correct? Right? So wherever the organization which you are working, right, whenever it is good in the competitive strategy, you will be always been good in competitive intelligence, correct? So from market research we will have competitive strategies, right, and that competitive strategies will develop competitive intelligence, correct? Now all these parameters, market research, competitive strategy and competitive intelligence, will help us in product strategy and profit plan, correct? The market research will give us about the inputs about, so it will help us, right, in future about say what kind of product designs, features and so on, right? So that is important for us for to have a product strategy, correct? So and again you talk about say profit plan, correct? So market research, like when we come to know about, when we take a simple example, when we do a market research and we come to know that we can sell say 2 lakhs units of a product in such a market, right? Then accordingly we have to decide how much profit we can earn, correct? Now if I want to earn profit of say uh, 10 lakhs rupees, correct, and then I may able to sell the product of say 2 lakhs units. So that means per unit I have to plan a profit of rupees 5, correct? Then when my profit plan is around 5, strategy has to be say around 50 rupees, right? That means I have to produce product in 45 hour rupees, correct? So 45 rupees becomes our target cost, right? So market research will help us in going for various product strategies and profit plan. Same way competitive strategies, right? So competitive strategies, whatever the company has developed, it is going to reflect on the product strategy, how the product you are going to distribute and so on. So the product strategy, how the suppliers will be your connecting, correct? So whatever the product strategies which you are having, right, be based on your competitive strategy and competitive intelligence. So all these 3 points, market research, competitive strategy and competitive intelligence, will help us in developing product strategy and profit plan. Correct. Now, in case of your own profit plan may be even your market oriented also. That means a company can say, okay, I want to earn profit from Indian operations so much. We want to earn profit uh, from Europe so much. If we want to earn profit from African countries, African region so much. We want to have a profit target from American market so much. Correct. So all these things, correct. So profit plan, it's very plan profit from the even various products also, correct. Even some products there is various segments, like take example, even if you have like a car, right, in that particular even car model there are through 2 3 variants are there, correct. Like one car is like say AC, correct. Then second model you say is like with the say automatic, correct, or say with the power steering, right. So there are so many other features, so accordingly we have to plan. So generally when you go to buy a car, like you say there is some car, then X model, then car X model, correct, something like that, right. So you have 2 3 models even in a particular car. So we have to plan the profit, right. So product strategy and profit plan is then second stage, correct. Then from that we will go for a product concept and feasibility, right. So we have to conceptualize product, right. Actually what will be then my the product concept, what I'm looking for basically to satisfy the customer need, correct. So you have to conceptualize the product, and then you have to see the feasibility. Is there any feasibility of that particular product, whatever the concept I'm thinking of, whether I'll be able to sell into the particular market or not, correct. So we will do feasibility study. Now please remember all these strategies, actions and all, we are going to incur cost, correct. And whenever these are related with your strategies and so on, so we say it's a strategic cost management, correct. Because company is ready to incur such type of cost because it is supporting strategies, right. Okay, and which is going to give us competitive success, correct. Competitive leadership in the market. So product concept and feasibility, so it is based on basically the product strategy and product plan, right. From the product concept, once we conceptualize product, then accordingly the uh, product development team, they will start going for a product design or something, right. Like take a simple example, you have decided to have a say product concept. You say I want to introduce a electrical car, okay, of such and such the specifications, correct. And that you are conceptualize a product, okay. Then next stage for the engineers and all, the challenging thing is design that product and development, correct. So whenever you are designing, you have to see that whether the I'll be getting material from the, what are the sources are available, what price will be there, because everything comes down to costing, right. Because we have already decided that, suppose take example, you already decided that your electrical car which you want to introduce will be of say 10 lakhs rupees, correct, or say 20 lakhs rupees car, okay. Now whatever the product design and development we are doing there, right, we that particular cost of the material processes everything, right, it should come under 20 lakhs only, right. We will not just design the product and develop it and then we'll start calculating how much, right. and while product development only. Like take suppose example, you want to use a particular type of a material for a particular thing, correct? Then obviously while designing that particular thing, like take example, you're designing engine for your car, right? Now that for engine, correct, obviously you will be looking what kind of material I will use there, how much material I will require, how much the conversion cost will be there, right? So and everything will come under target costing, because you cannot overshoot, correct? So even when you're just saying I use electrical for 20 lakhs rupees, right? Under that again you have decided to say the engine will be of say 2 lakhs rupees, correct? Now you will be concentrating on the development of that engine, designing of that engine, so it will be less than 2 lakhs rupees or maximum 2 lakhs rupees, correct? Because you have to attain that target, right? You cannot overshoot it, correct? So for everything there will be some target cost, correct? Like let's just say like whatever the car body we are having, so there will be some target cost of that. Then whatever the interiors, take the seats, okay, what will be the target cost? Then is take the steering system, what will be the target cost? If you are having some electronic things in the car, correct, speedometer, other things and all, right, how much will be the cost of that? So everything again will be broken, right, at the product design and development stage, so we will be able to achieve the established target, correct? So product design and development becomes the key, okay? And whenever we are talking about product design and development, we are also talking about production and logistics, correct? So as soon as I start designing the product and all, right, from where all I can get this particular steering system, then I will start looking for system, then I will share with that particular supplier that I want to use this type of material in the steering, correct, and so on. And then you're talking about logistics, right? So like we say generally the supply chain management, okay? So that becomes very important, because again supply chain management, we will have some target costing, how much cost I can incur on this, right? Because everything is linked to the cost of a product, right? And once we are talking about say production and logistics strategies, then again we are coming to the market strategy, correct? So right, so when we talk about established target, you will talk about say till product design and development, and when you are talking about attaining the target, you are talking about product concept feasibility, product design development, and production and logistics, that is supply chain management, right? And then all these things will come again to the competitive strategy. So company, the good multinational companies, right, who have were say doing business even more than 50 years, 100 years, right? Because of what? Because they are having, they are very strong in this, their competitive intelligence, right, is very good. That's why you people like to work in multinational companies, right? Because then you get a particular status in society by working with such type of organizations, correct? Can I go to next? Okay, right, no doubt, good. So I like to teach at Matrix. So why target costing? Okay, in industries such as FMCG, construction, healthcare, and energy, competition is so intense that prices are determined by supply and demand in the market, right? Construction, you're talking about, say, we'll just talk about construction, say, of the flats, correct? Now, when you're talking about, say, price of flat, right? Generally, how can you just decide the price of a flat where you want to construct? Say you are in a construction company and you want to uh, strategize your products and so on, right? Can you just price the flat in a particular area? Yes, can you? Anyone? Suraj, Prahlad, Neelam,
50 lakh.
Kedar. Yes, yes, Suraj. Ah, yes, Suraj. You're saying something.
50 lakhs.
Sorry? No, no. I'm just asking you, when you have decided to construct a particular, say, your flat scheme, right? Can you just like that only you can decide the price of the flat when you want to sell to the customers? Or what factors will be affecting the price of the flat? The first of all, like just take example, wherever you are going to have that scheme, right? That area is important, correct? Because you know the area wise the rates vary. Like take example, being an ordinary teacher, I am staying in a middle class area where the flats rates are low, correct? But like I'm talking about Pune, right? But there are few areas like say example like Koregaon Park, right? Or say Deccan, something like. Now they are very what you say is a high end area, correct? So wherever you are going for your scheme, right, your flat scheme, construction scheme, right, the rates of your flats will vary with the demand and supply in that particular market, which where you are setting. If tomorrow is same flat scheme, if you want to construct in a say village area, right, now you there you cannot put the same price, right? Ruled by the market. It is not in our hand, right? Okay. So uh, where is it's a very competitive market. So the price is determined by supply and demand in the market, right? So producers cannot effectively control selling price. Okay, but in some cases we find the prices are controlled by producers, right? Now generally what is it called, what is the name terminology which we use whenever the pricing is maintained by the producers, group of producers? What we call it as that group, what it is called is that, what is the terminology which we use? Okay, just the terminology which we use under marketing is like it's having a cartel, right? Okay, so sometimes it happens, right? The pricing will be managed by the producers, right? It will be generally in the same segment, correct? There'll be, like take example, they say like we in India we have a cartel of say cement, right? Now generally whatever the cement bag price, suppose take it is around 200, the another company's price will be 196, 198, 200, two. So something around that range only they will give. It will not be for one company 200 and another company is 140 rupees, 120 rupees, right? Generally they keep. So it is like a, sometimes it is said is there is having a cartel, right? But generally, in case of say FMCG and all other things, right? The you cannot have such kind of, because the pricing is ruled by the market, because there are so many competitors, correct? So they can only control to some extent their cost. So management focus is on influencing every component of product, service, or operational cost, right? So that's why this target costing becomes important, correct? So as you come to know that I'll be able to sell a product for say 1000 rupees, and if I want to earn profit of say 10%, 100 rupees, I have to produce a product in 900 rupees. So that becomes my target costing, right? And then this 900 rupees is including everything, correct? So we have to study each component of the product which is influencing the cost, right? What is the value added cost, right? And so on. Okay, so we have to talk about products, services, and operational cost. Okay, that's why this target costing becomes very important, correct? So the key objective of target costing is to enable management to use proactive cost planning, right? Cost management and cost reduction practices, which, where costs are planned and calculated early in the design and development cycle rather than during the later stages of product development and production, correct? So that's why this target costing becomes, like on the previous slide we had discussed about that particular model, right? So when we are having a market survey, competitive strategies and all, right? So product conceptualization, now all these things becomes very important, right, in target costing, right? We are not talking about when actually we start producing the product, right? Okay, how much cost I will incur at the designing stage only, development stage only, I will have a target costing. Can I produce a product, right, of uh, such a cost, right, of a particular design? Okay, so that becomes a very important. That's why the target costing is in demand, right? Or we use target costing technique as a strategic cost management, because you always see there are few companies, right? They are developing such good products. Like take example like Honda company, they develop such a good cars, right, at such a price, so that gives them a competitive edge, correct? The Honda company cars, they don't come out with such a highly, just a new car means that they will charge a very high price, nothing like that, correct? Like take example very good models of Honda City. Okay, now Honda City car which they are selling for so many years, they have come with the newer versions, that is the development of that particular product. But this Honda City car which they are selling for so many years, correct? So because they are very good in this target costing technique, right? So designing and development cycles becomes very important. That time only we will use this target costing, and not at the production, because once you design and everything, once everything is set up, your production, your suppliers, everything, logistic, everything is set, and then once you start running it, then you'll be actual cost, and then actual cost, if you're not done the uh, estimations properly, right, then your actual cost will be out of hand, correct? And then you may go into the losses, correct? So that becomes very important, correct? Right. Now, when we talk about, say, target costing, right? Now, target costing, then we can classify at, say, three level, right? One is market driving costing. Second one is product level target costing. And third one is component level target costing, right? Now, when we talk about market driving target costing, right? So that is basically with how the market is driving the cost. Okay, so like conditions, right? Now, can you give me example of this market conditions? Take example the present condition in India, market conditions. It is having the effect on expected selling price. Yes, take any product, like take example product of say like a day nowadays say mobile phones or laptop. Due to this pandemic corona, what is the effect on this product? Whether the demand has increased or decreased?
Decrease.
Increased, correct Suraj, right? Why the demand has increased? About say uh, smartphones or say uh, laptop, PC. Yes Suraj.
So people are working from.
Sorry. Because basically now what is happening is many companies they are thinking from
From
work
home
from
basis.
home model. Is it correct Suraj?
Yes.
Correct. So the market condition, right? So say many companies have decided now. One of my neighbor yesterday was telling me the company has their company has decided to have work from home model till now March 22, right? So again this full year they are going to work from home. Take example my condition. I'm a visiting faculty, right, to various institutes like Symbiosis and all. Now I am taking online lectures with like Matrix, correct? So it is a
Yes.
correct. So now what is happening? So there is a lot of demand for smartphones because many students are accessing lectures through phones because they are using that internet, correct? Then
Yes.
there is a demand for laptop now because this is a work from home culture. Earlier what used to happen, we used to go to the office and office there we used to have a PC and we used to work there, but now as we have to work from home, right, the employee needs a laptop, so companies are buying laptops for the employees. Students are now started buying the laptops, correct, or say smartphones, right? So there is a demand, so this is a market driving costing, correct? So because of the market conditions, the expected selling price is changing, correct, right? And then this expected selling price change will have effect on profit margin, correct? Now as you know that if the products are not pushing because of say lockdowns, so many things has happened because of the lockdown. The companies are having lot of say stock, correct. Now their stock has increased because of lockdown they could not distribute their products. Now and suppose the product is having some expiry date, okay. Now to push that product, so company has they have to reduce the price, correct. So their profit margin will go down, correct. Then another thing what is happening due to pandemic, you know, Indian economy in the last year it has gone down by say almost 8% or 7% according to government data, right? So Indian economy is in the minus now, there is no growth rate. So as it has gone into minus, obviously there is going to be less demand for the products. Again due to this lockdowns this year, again we are going to have some negative effect on the industry. So market conditions, people are having less money, correct. Now you see nowadays you must be reading in the newspaper the two-wheeler demand, four-wheeler demand is going down, commercial vehicles demand is going down. So automobile sector is facing a lot of problems because people are saving money for their health purposes, correct. So market conditions will have effect on profit margin. So now what you have? You have now allowable cost, correct. So whatever is now that allowable cost, so now that becomes the product level target costing, correct. So take example like suppose you are in a particular product segment. Now due to the market condition, earlier you used to sell your product say for 10,000 rupees, right? Now because of the economic conditions, right, demand has gone down and whatever things are happened, correct, the expected selling price has gone down from say 10,000 rupees to 9,500 rupees or say 9,000 rupees, 10% reduction in that. Okay, now the earlier when you were selling at 10,000 your profit margin was 10%, so 1,000. Okay, now so when you're selling at 10,000 your target cost was 9,000, so that was your allowable cost to you. Okay, and you used to have various strategies, marketing strategies, supply chain strategies, production strategies, right, HR strategies and so on, and you were managing your cost in 9,000 rupees. Now the selling price is 9,000. Now company wants to maintain profitability at 10%, suppose say, right, that means on 9,000 they want to earn profit of 900 rupees. Okay, now what is your allowable cost? Now your allowable cost is 8,100, correct? So it has come down from 9,000 to 8,100. Now to have this 8,100 allowable cost, right, now that will become your target cost, right? Now how you will manage your various strategies, where you will do cost cutting, right, how you will do the effective cost cutting, so you go for value engineering, all other things and so on, correct? Then it's and all that you will remove, right? So you will go from a allowable cost, correct, then it's a product level target cost. So now you will have a product of say 8,100 rupees. Earlier it was 9,000, now 8,100. So you might cut down somewhere, okay, your cost. Okay, you cannot just cut down the product quality as whole, because if you just reduce the product quality, material quality, right, to reduce the cost of the product, right, customer will not buy your product, right, even if it has 9,000 rupees, correct? So whatever is allowable cost we are having, right, if we have to achieve to the product level target cost. So that becomes very important. Now once you go for a product level target, what you have to do now is you have to go for component level target costing, correct? So where you can go for a target costing, so I want to produce now a product in 8,100, so then I will go for a component level target costing. So what I will see, then I will see how much money I can spend on administration, how much money I can spend on say sales and distribution, how much money I can spend on my suppliers, right, how much money I can spend on my production strategies, various different components. If price is going down, I will contact my supplier and I will encourage supplier also. I will tell you also reduce the cost by 10%, right? Because it is a win-win situation for everyone. It's not like only the main producer will suffer and the suppliers will enjoy. No, even the suppliers will have to cut down, right? So even suppliers will be challenged to produce a part and supply to the company at a lesser cost, right? So lesser price, and that price has to be inclusive for the supplier's profit also, because supplier will not do business at the loss, correct? So we have to manage suppliers which will be giving us various parts to produce a product, right, which we are assembling at the right cost. So when we are going for from product level target costing, we'll go for functional level target cost, right? So we are talking about supply chain costing, correct? Then you are talking about administration, you are talking about say example like sales and take a simple example. I'll just give you a simple example. Like suppose a company wants to reduce the traveling expenses, right? So what company can do is earlier the person used to go by say business class. Okay, then company might say tell that person, okay, you can go by economy class. The earlier executives who were going by economy class, right, I might tell them you go by second AC train, right? So I can reduce this transportation expenses. Take example like simple example, I can cut down my AC cost, right? Whatever the office I'm incurring, right? I will just tell my office people, okay, switch off the AC, put on the fan, open windows. So I can cut down my electricity cost, right? So few cost which we can reduce, but not everything. Advertisement, take example. Today, my manager is giving advertisement every day on television, right? So I will tell him, okay, you cut down this from 7 days to 4 days or say 5 days, correct? So I can cut down this cost. So I will go at a functional level target cost, component level target cost, and once I go to the component level target cost, right, then I have to talk with the suppliers, correct? And then suppliers will come with the solutions, right? That is, I okay, we will try to cut down the earlier he used to supply me a product, a part, say of 50 rupees, because my price was 1000 rupees, and that time my uh, cost was 9000 rupees, right? Now my 9000 rupees, correct? So even the supplier who was selling me the part which was say of 50 rupees, okay, which I was using in my production, I will ask him to supply that part at 45 rupees. So again, that is a challenging for him, for the company, without sacrificing the quality. You can cut down some corners, okay, but you cannot cut down just fully, correct? So we have to do it like very negligible way, right? So the customers will not be affected. Okay, correct? Shall we stop here? Right? 11 o'clock, you must be having another lecture. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Suraj, Prahlad, Kedar,
Thank you.
Neelam. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.